For this video, I'm going to talk about a song that I recently mastered. It was a song off of SoundCloud from an artist that I heard her song, and I wanted to go ahead and just see how I can help this artist. First, we're going to listen to the original, and then I'm going to flip back to mine.
She keeps her dreams in a broken box. She puts them in, then she turns the lock. She hides the box where no one will see, and later on she throws away the key. Every day a smile on her face. She looks around and knows she's out of place. And every night she hopes and prays that she'll grow wings so she can fly away. She doesn't know where she's going, but it's
Okay, so right from the beginning, there's definitely some audible differences. The bass is taking up most of the frequency range. So the first thing that I ended up doing was getting that tonal balance correct, increasing the top end so we can hear her better as opposed to just being held back. So for an example, this is the first section of the verse.
She turns the lock. She hides the box where no one will see, and later on she throws away the key.
Okay, and then as you can tell, as I brought up the high end, it also brought up some of the reverb. I did try to do some side EQ, some side compression, but you can only do so much.
That she'll grow wings so she can fly away.
Some of the instruments are panned over to the left-hand side for some reason, and I wanted to get that more centered, so that's what I did.
She looks around and knows she's out of place, and every night she hopes and prays that she'll grow wings so she can fly away. She doesn't know where she's going, but it's gotta be better than this. She's all alone, she has no home, no one to love her, no one to miss.
And in that chorus, you can really hear the differences between both of them. There's less low end, but at the same time, it sounds like there's the same amount of low end, and there's some processing plugins that I ended up putting that creates that saturation that we're missing. So we'll go ahead and go into the next verse, and we'll see the differences there.
She's out of time, end of the line. And if she waits, if she really tries, maybe she'll be happy for once in her life. She doesn't trust the friends she's found. They'll break your heart and they'll only let you down. She doesn't know where
Okay, so the verses is also the same. There's more top end compared to the original.
your heart and they'll only let you down.
You know, looking back into this, it's definitely not perfect. There's a lot of de-essing that I could have done, or maybe I tried to, but it never worked. I'm going to go into the chorus, and hopefully you can hear the difference.
Know where she's going, but it's gotta be better than this. She's all alone, she has no home, no one to love her, no one to miss. She's crying out, she's lying out, hiding her bruises and all the pain. She hates her life, but she dries her eyes because there's no one else to blame.
The reverb again is pushed, and it sounds like she's in an amphitheater. Is that what you wanted? Probably not. Let's go into the bridge, and then we'll stop right before the third chorus.
She's out of time, end of the line. She's still breathing, but she's already gone. She tells herself that it's time to move on to a place where it's warm and free, a place where it's okay to just be me.
So this section here with the bridge going into the last chorus, it was a little bit difficult for me to process. And the reason for that being is because we get this new piano that comes in. It's in the same region that her vocal is in. So we're getting a lot of this mud, especially on the sides. In my version, you can definitely see that the piano gets taken out in the lows and the vocal comes forward. And there's a lot of depth in this. Listen to it one more time and try to see the differences between the piano and the vocal, and how in her version, the vocal is being covered up by the piano.
She's still breathing, but she's already gone. She tells herself that it's time to move on to a place where it's warm and free, a place where it's okay to just be me.
This is actually the section that I made most of my decisions from. And I went through the process that I'm pretty much explaining here now, which is first of all, tonal balance, which is EQ. I gathered a few of her songs, her best sounding records on her SoundCloud, and try to get an average of both of them. And I try to match it with this one, keeping in mind that the references had mainly piano, vocal, bass guitar, some pads and stuff. So I went from EQ to compression to multi-band compression. Then I went from imagers, making sure that I got the width and the side correct. And then I went into saturation. And then after that, clipping. And then I just put a limiter at the end. So this is going to be that section.
She doesn't know where she's going, but it's gotta be better than this. She's all alone, she has no home, no one to love her, no one to miss. She's crying out, she's lying now, hiding for bruises and all the pain. She hates her life, but she dries her eyes because there's no one else to blame.
Okay, so in my version, the vocal is sitting in between some instruments that are around her. So it sounds like it's enveloping the vocal.
She doesn't know where she's going, but it's gotta be better than this. She's all alone, she has no home, no one to love her, no one to miss. She's crying out, she's lying now, hiding for bruises and all the pain. She hates her life, but she dries her eyes because there's no one else to blame. She's out.
There's a few things going on there at the end, but that's going to be pretty much it for this master. After I got everything balanced, I automated certain things. Like in the beginning, I heard that the guitar was actually towards a certain side. I believe it was the left side. And I ended up monoing it, making it straight down the middle, just so it sounds a lot better. Same thing towards the end. I removed a lot of the bass and made it match her references and her other songs in her catalog. So I tried to add that saturation back in certain sections so we could have that strong bass that she wanted. A little bit more limiting into the verses, the bridges, and then some stereo automation. So it's a lot wider when it gets to the choruses as opposed to when it gets to the verses. And just looking at the overall spectrum in the spectrograph and trying to see if it looks the same, matching it to the other references. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, try it out for yourself. Hopefully this helps. And hopefully I enhanced the song in a way that made it more impactful. I'm going to play the ending here. And thank you so much for listening.
She doesn't know where she's going, but it's gotta be better than this. She's all alone, she has no home, no one to love her, no one to miss. She's crying out, she's lying now, hiding for bruises and all the pain. She hates her life, but she